We've had this gym since 2016. We have done thousands of workouts inside this building, and we've probably filmed hundreds of YouTube videos. In 2019, we started Ibex training, and we launched the Ibex training app, and we've been growing our community ever since. Over the past few weeks, we've merged the two, and now we have Ibex HQ. We've upgraded everything floor to ceiling. We've repainted inside and out. We've got all kinds of updates and upgrades that we're gonna talk to you guys about, tell you a little bit about that process and everything that we've got going on. Let's catch up with Christy inside.
Welcome to the Ibex Training HQ. Like Pat mentioned, I think he told you, we've had this gym since 2016. I have trained for every single games in this gym with this community since 2016. We run classes here that are fitness-based, that are strength and conditioning based, and they help with functional fitness and people achieving their goal. We've expanded that onto our Ibex Training app to where you can access those workouts, the strength and conditioning, the CrossFit, and we've expanded it well past that. Yes, we love CrossFit, but we love all fitness. You guys know I love to bike, I love to swim, I love to run, I love triathlons, I like Spartan racing, I like all of it. I just like fitness, and that's what we've created with the Ibex Training app. We have bodybuilding, we have strength programs, we have functional fitness, CrossFit style workouts, we have minimal equipment, we have workouts for people that want to get to the highest level like I did. And we have that all in one place on the Ibex Training app that can be accessed from anywhere. And that's what we love most about it, is this wide community that we can all be part of together, working hard to achieve our goals. So in today's video, we're gonna give you a rundown of everything that it took to get us here and give you a little tour of the new Ibex Training HQ. We are super pumped to have it, and we wanna share it with you all.
All right, guys, so a little bit of storytelling. We have been looking, or were looking for a couple years at maybe either moving locations, getting a bigger location, or even maybe building our own building. And at least in our location, that was a really challenging thing to do. And we kind of came to the realization that this was just kind of our spot. So we decided to make this spot as cool as we could. And we had a ton of help from our members, and we made a lot of cool changes. Christy said year over year, we always reinvest into the gym. Whether we run classes or when we run classes, we have that set up to where we can run 18 people per class. And that means that everyone has their own squat rack, pull-up bar, bike, rower, any piece of equipment that you could possibly use, you have that yourself. You don't have to share anything. We've got 18 ropes hung up as well, so you don't even have to share if we're doing rope climbs. This year, we went ahead and it was time for like a full-on upgrade. Since we decided that we were going to stay, we repainted the outside, we repainted the inside, we redid the floor, which meant that we had to take everything out and everything down. Building up to that, it was a little bit nerve-wracking because moving, one, gym equipment's just heavy, and two, not knowing exactly how that was gonna unfold. We took the rig down, we moved the rig actually, so we put it back in a different spot. The gym rallied behind us. We got a forklift. Tony, Christy's dad, actually brought a forklift in for us so that we could actually like drive around, throw the mats on top of the forklift and stack those inside. So we had people bringing mats out while other people were unloading all the weights, barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, everything that's heavy, getting that out and out of the way so that we could blow the gym out, start with a fresh floor. And then we started laying our new floor, which is custom for this gym. So everything fits like a puzzle piece. It was ordered in a way that like they literally measured it and it fits like a glove. So it's not like we had to cut the pieces, they came like pre-shaped. We went from like the old school CrossFit gym style mats that have like the horse stalls, they were textured and they had cracks in between them, to an upgraded floor that's nice and smooth. It's got the interlocking system to where there's no shrinking or expanding, there's no gaps in between the floor, and it's a much softer rubber. Once we got the floor in and down, or at least mostly down, we had to move the rig a couple of times. We moved it in, I believe, 3 different sections. Our total rig is 60 feet long, and I think we took it down into about 20-foot sections to move it. So we had people from the gym, everybody kind of grabbed a post and we'd scoot it around to where we could get the mats down. Then we rebolted it in a slightly different spot, finished laying the mats, and that was kind of the biggest like project, at least, kind of moving all of the equipment twice. And the next big thing we did, maybe not that big, we did upgrade the sound system. We got a much better sound system in here. It's actually got a microphone as well. Christy's somewhat soft-spoken. I'm not so much, but that comes in handy every now and then as well. The next big project that we did was paint and logos. So we painted the outside of the building a dark gray with a white stripe. We got our logo out there, and then we're going to do a lighter color on the inside, but we liked the outside color so much that we just brought it inside as well. And these are huge walls. They are maybe 25 feet tall, something like that, floor to ceiling, and dark colors are not that forgiving. So I'm very grateful that I painted the entire outside and inside by myself, which was a tall task and exhausting to say the least, but it is a huge upgrade. It makes the building just feel much more professional, and it's a much better representation of what we do here. We've got a great community that is very exciting to provide a better space for, and it's fun to be able to reinvest for them. The only thing that I did not paint was the logos. We did have some people come in and do those for us. I did the brunt work of the painting, but I'm not necessarily artistic in that way. We will show you guys around a little bit. Hopefully we'll kind of have some footage overlaid over this to tell the story of what we've done. We did keep some of the throwbacks. We had a great member for a long time that moved back to New Zealand, and prior to her moving, she did some murals for us when this building was still known as CrossFit Polaris, and we still kept those integrations because they're just cool, and it reminds us of a cool member that we've had.
First, I have to correct Patrick. He said the rig was 60 feet long. It's actually 80, and then we have another 20-foot rig in the corner. So we actually have a 100-foot rig in our gym, which I think is pretty cool. But let's look at the stairs. So this is from our good friend Zoe. She did this, it's called CF Polaris. And the funny thing is you can see all these paint splatters here. Pat actually tried to replicate this on the wall before we repainted the whole thing black, and it did not go so well. So that's why we hired someone. He's very artistic, but will leave some things to true artists. So it's kind of cool. We love it. It adds a little pop of color. And then from there, we kept the doors. So I have fun stories about this. We actually have 3 of these, and they're from the CrossFit Games. So different years I competed, these were on the elevators, and my parents took them off, which is kind of hard if you think about it. You don't know when the elevator is going to open. So they waited till they thought the elevator wasn't going to open. They'd rip them off. And then the first year they wrapped their clothes in them to keep it from sticking, which I think was this one. And then the other year they took something prepared so that I think they took saran wrap or something to stick to the back, so that way they could fold it to bring it home. So that's really fun. We also kept the signs. So you'll see my mom's sign from competing at the CrossFit Games is up there, and then Patrick's sign is actually up there from competing at regionals. My sign got taken down and Pat never hung it again. He figured I was on all the bathroom doors, I guess. It's fine. And something else that we've done that's been really fun, and we're honestly working on building more pictures and more of a community wall to show off our Ibex training community, but we started with our coaches. So we've got all of our coaches on the wall, which is really fun. And it's something that it's kind of cool when you bring new people in, because you can be like, oh, that's Patrick, that's Christy. So if they haven't had them in on-ramp, they at least can kind of look up at the wall and see a familiar face when they come in to see that coach. So we think that's pretty cool. My mom and I both have games pictures up there. I think that is one of the events she actually won when she competed. And then mine is probably my all-time favorite event from the CrossFit Games, which was the squat clean ladder, or is the clean ladder with the running in between, whereas I think event 5 and 6 back in 2021 when I took second to Tia, and that was not expected. So everybody else has a pretty sweet picture, and it's fun to have them on the wall here. Like we mentioned, we have a piece of equipment for every single person in class, which there is a downside that comes with having to store it when you have 18 rowers, 18 bikes, 18 benches. So we like organization. So Patrick got super creative here. You guys can see they are staggered, so that way we can get them down. And then we also have some lower ones. So we got all 18 benches, so every single person when we bench press has a bench in their lane, and that just allows for some really fun programming and some really great workouts, but the organization is key. And the other thing that allows us to do is open up all of our wall space for handstand push-ups and wall walks, so everybody can find a space during classes for all of that fun stuff too.
You guys might have caught some glimpses either in past couple YouTube videos or maybe even on Instagram, some of the changes that were happening, but we wanted to formally introduce you to Ibex HQ. We have really enjoyed getting to upgrade the gym, make a better space for our members, and we choose quality. Whether it's the programming that we do or the gym that we have, we like quality, we like organization. Currently, we're pretty much at capacity here. One of the things that we found as gym owners, and honestly like tons of gyms, is that having a cool community and no drama is probably the hardest part, or one of the hardest parts. And we are fortunate enough to have an amazing community here and basically no drama. So not overpacking the classes, making sure that we take care of the members is a high priority for us. So we hope you guys enjoy the tour. If you have questions about either the update, the gym, anything like that, put them in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.